you understand?
No, that one never died finish. Now you go down.
No. Can I back?
See if I package it. One package of it, how much going?
Come here, come. This is where we trade them. This is where we trade them. This is it. This is the camp where they are. Where is? This is the camp. Hit everything. Pack everything. Fall back. Fall back. Over. This is the gun that was recovered today, 1st of December. You know, 1st of December between Delta, boundary between Delta and Edo State, Urori Igbe. Now this is the railway. Now watch and see. I keep saying that the railway and the power line is the track, so they always use it as the way. Chichi, move up. I want to just, yeah, this is the railway. Now watch. Go back in my head.
Hello, boss. Hello, boss. Did you guys?
Sorry about I thought I managed to reduce the graphic images there, the gory ones, but it still got sneaked into it. Sorry about that. Now, there was this young man who have dedicated, and others who have dedicated their time to tracking these terrorists using the little resources at their own disposal. And they have actually succeeded a lot. So among those they rescued today, was the palm wine tapper that was kidnapped from Edo State. And another person that they kidnapped as well, but they killed that one because his family could only raise 10,000 naira ransom. So they killed him. So the palm wine tapper got rescued by this team. So if with these little resources could actually track some handful of these terrorists, especially from the southern part of Nigeria, imagine what the genuine government involvement, like going after the terrorists for real. Every state government with the, independence of the federal government. Do you know what they could do with the resources at their own disposal? That they could clean up and sweep out the entire southern part of Nigeria in weeks. If people like this could actually, these guys have recovered ransoms, weapons, right? They've actually arrested some of these terrorists as well. But in their own way, after capturing all their operation, they hand whatever they recovered, money, guns, every other thing, including the suspect, they hand them over to either the police or the military, depends on which of them is close by, according to him. And he's been running it based on just a public support, like people like you and me, who feels like, wow, Thank you. You are really doing well. So you can support them, reach out and the rest of that. But here is the thing. The terrorists, without the government cover, without the criminals who have infiltrated the system, the government, especially the APC, whose policy is to protect these terrorists, without all of that, people can handle them. But they intentionally disarm the people. And that is why you will see terrorists walking about with AK-47. And that never, for any reason, right, triggers those in government. Not even the military, not the police, none of them. But if you by any mistake should be seen to be walking about with a Glock, or you are walking with a pistol, or you are, even though people will say, why are you even going about with a pistol? But that's the question. Why are these terrorists walking about with guns? What makes it right that way, if not because those in government tolerated them? So the neglect for years, the corruption, the those who have been enabling them for years have made them to spread enough that right now, majority of the people are beginning to become so apprehensive. When they see these strange people moving around their community, they will raise alarm. Like what happened in Cross River State. This is another part of the deeper part of the Niger Delta, South they call it, right? Here is a reverend from Cross River, a reverend who felt like they could be in danger. And guess what? There was another community attacked, right? Just today, the 1st of December in Cross River State, that drew out, that draws out people, to come and witness, and even security guys. But first, watch this.
Well, we are live here at Ijibo. As you can see, we are at Ijibo. There's a lot of pandemonium here because the Fulani men were seen this morning very close to our primary school. You can see the primary school. This is the place, the little bush behind here that they were caught with guns, heavy armed Fulani men. This is an eyewitness. One of my church leader, the leader of the charismatic. Please, can you say something to the camera? What did you really see?
We saw Fulani heavily vested with bullet, wearing loaded, with heavy guns. Heavy guns.
And you saw them camping there?
Camping just here.
A very close bush to the primary school.
So when we raise alarm, as I begin to run toward this, passing through this primary school, so here in between the sickle cell, and parents they ran to this place, and they begin to run.
Just this morning of the first day of December.
It's less than 30 minutes from where.
And you can see that the whole school is ghost silent. We have closed the school. Everywhere is absolutely empty now because of the situation. I was just called. I have to run from the Paris Center and come to one of my stations, Ijibo, roadside. And this is happening live. We need help. We need help. We are seriously in danger here because we know that the Fulani camps between us here and the army barracks. There is a thick forest between Ijibo and the army barrack, and most times that is where they normally camp. So assessing us here is not a problem. So their members are there. So please, we need help. You can see our school is shut down, completely shut down, and the school is adjourned to the hospital. This is the health center where they were coming behind, and this is the school. So please, we need help. We need help. You see him? Okay, you two been there. Fulani have arrived here. We are entering the bush now.
Yeah.
Okay, now go to the other side. Okay.
Some people don't share, some people they go back to go meet some of our boys the other side.
Okay.
The manual area there.
Okay.
They never pass.
We are still moving around the forest, trying to search for them. That is the situation we are now. We are mobilized. We are not afraid. We are moving around to make sure our community is secured. Well, we are live.
Secured with cutlasses I write. So that happened today at a place, a community called Ijobo community in a Bekwara local government area of Cross River State. You know something? Those who usually accuse us of using propaganda to exaggerate what is going on in Nigeria are no longer saying that anymore. Have you observed that? That those who used to say, you will just sit down there, you want to cause trouble in Nigeria, with all these things you are saying. Do you notice that they are barely saying that anymore? Because it don't they touch close to home, or it don't touch home already for some of them. What is going on in Kwara? 6 estates, what do they call them? Those people that usually advertise if you want to buy properties in Nigeria, they have a name for them. Estate sellers or something, all these property sellers, right? In Nigeria, 6 of them were kidnapped in Ogun State 2 days ago. We are still waiting for the update on the 315 school children taken from Papiri in Niger State. The country is not even like shut down looking for them. They have been telling us in pieces, oh, they rescued 50. What does that even mean? They rescued 50 out of them. Now 11 escaped, making it 61. So where are the 61 children? What did they tell you? Where did you get them? And all of that, sure you get. But they are dropping out this snippet in the news. Now it's touching everybody. Pretend for all you care. Those who used to accuse us of propaganda, exaggeration and the rest of that, they are not saying that anymore. Guess what they are doing right now? All of us need to come together. We all need to come together and face these terrorists. And I'm like, how? How do you think you and I will come together and fight these people? With what? The same terrorists that eyewitnesses have already told us, most of the communities where their presence, right, have posed a lot of threats. Many people have said that they are very close to the barracks, or they are mostly close to military checkpoints. In most cases, it makes it difficult for you to actually really go after them, because you think the military, if they do anything anyhow, the military is going to come for them until they attack you, until they wipe out your community. So the threat is more real now, especially like in the last 40 days, put it that way, when a lot of people are beginning to see that Omo is closer to Omo. They've entered church. They went to a church. You remember they've taken a pastor, his wife, and God knows how many other number, because they just give us a 30 and 30 others taken from a church in Kogi. So in all of this, let me show you that Ijobo. Eventually the security guys showed up. Okay. So by then, what happened to the ones they arrested, the guns they got from them and all of that? We don't have the details of that. So people remained much exposed to the danger posed by these terrorists that the criminal politicians continue to negotiate with. They continue to give them money. That you shouldn't forget, that these terrorists are still being paid. When they claimed that they called, you remember what Onofunuga said? He said they called them to release the Kebbi children, and the terrorists released them. They called them to release the 38 people taken from Eruku in Kwara. The terrorists released them. Hello? What happened? Did the credit finish when you want to tell them to release the 315 Papiri Niger State school children? Or what happened? Did they miss the memo when they still went on to go and kidnap another over 30-something people from another church during the church service, as well as the series of other attacks that have been recorded since? I don't understand. So all these questions, right? They are rhetorical questions. You know the answers to them, but at the same time, it also tells you more right? The kind of criminals that you are dealing with. The kind that the Yoruba calls Onshemi Ongbami. Onshemi Ongbami. Báwo la ṣe ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó ń ṣe ni tó tún gbà ni? For those who don't understand Yoruba, let me try to loosely interpret that. Yoruba says when you see somebody who poses as a friend, but at the same time is an enemy, they offer, they create problems. Then they offer solution to it. And at the end of the solution will never match the problem. But you still probably see them as, okay, they are trying. At least they are trying. These criminals are giving a lot of money. The money that we have no idea the amount. They are emptying the Nigerian airports to partly pay their own terrorists. And then on the other hand, they are pretending that, you know what, we are also fighting the terrorism enough that we are rescuing people. It is so conflicting. And that is the narration. That's the interpretation of Onshemi Ongbami. How do you say thank you to somebody or to people like that? How? Yesterday you paid them billions, God knows how much billions. And today, they took another set of people. After releasing the ones that they gave to you yesterday, they took another set. You're going to pay them more. What do you think they use the money for? To open schools? To build houses for the Fulani homeless people? To give them medical care? Do you think that's what they use the ransom money for? So when people are kidnapped and they are forced to pay them ransoms, that runs into trillions of naira. In case if you don't know, when we tell you that the terrorism in Nigeria is a multi-billion dollars industry today, right? Do you know how much Nigerians paid as ransom to different terrorists? Nigerians alone, not even your government, so God knows how much. But do you know how much Nigerians paid all over the country as ransom to terrorists in 2024 alone? 1.8 trillion naira. Convert them, it go over $1 billion is a multi-billion. And guess your government. We don't even know how much your government is kind of ferrying to them as well. In some other part of northern Nigeria, billions and billions of money of naira is being ferried to these terrorists in the name of buying peace. And all of this are free flowing. They are moving like normal transactions because nobody is looking. Now, it is a multi-billion dollars industry. So when the people are being kidnapped, your government is paying, it's like they are paying subsidy for your kidnapping in Nigeria. That's like subsidy, right? They say, okay, you know what? If they kidnap 10,000 people, we'll pay ransom for 2,000. 2,000 of them. So how much is that? They say, well, 10,000 people is like about 3 trillion naira. Say, 3 trillion. Let us subsidize it. We'll pay the ransom for 3,000 people. Okay. I say, okay, 3,000 people. That means, okay, you are going to pay 1 trillion naira. So yeah, that's fine. Let's subsidize it. That's what they're doing. And at the same time, they are promising you that they are ending the insecurity. How do you end something you are funding or something you are allowed to be funded? You're not cutting off their source of funding and the rest of that. How do you want people to actually believe, any sensible person to believe that they are actually planning to end the terrorism when they are openly fraternizing with them, when they are openly bragging about calling them to release these people they kidnapped? No arrest, no shooting, no gun exchange, the rest of that for a country of 200 million people. Who do you think who do they think they are? And who do they think you are that they speak to all this while? One of them who was a CDS, right? A former CDS rather, Irabo, he was with the Shehu this evening. And they were talking about the insecurity in the country, the blah. And then it was like, there are some politicians who are funding the terrorism in Nigeria. Hello, I have heard that more than 1 million times. Most of the time, the people that are making these allegations are those who actually have the power to go after these politicians that are funding the terrorism or financing, as they call it. But no, they just come onto the TV and tell you,